Hello, I'm Ian Tristan Guevara, and this is my persuasive speech. These are my commentary cards, and my audience member is my mom.
Hi, I'm Tristan's mom.
Think about a 19-year-old born in Mexico, brought to Salinas by her parents at age 2. She grew up right here, went to school through our own school district, and graduated near the top of her class, and got into UC. On her 18th birthday, instead of registering to vote like everyone else her age, she had to fill out DACA paperwork and pay almost $500 just to keep the right to stay in the only home she's ever known. Every 2 years, she has to do it again and again, and this year, with a new immigration ruling in place, even that isn't guaranteed anymore. She has done everything right her whole life, and she still lives with the fear that one day, none of it will matter. Today, I want to talk with you guys about why every dreamer in this country deserves a real pathway to citizenship. First, I'll walk you through the problem, which is that dreamers are stuck in legal limbo with almost no real protection. Second, I will get into the cause, which comes down to years of Congress refusing to act. And third, I will give you the solution, including exactly who you can contact to help push for change. The problem is simple. Dreamers do not have any real lasting protection right now. And what little protection they had just got weaker. DACA was only ever meant to be a temporary shield, something that could disappear the moment a court decided to take it away. This year, that is basically what happened. According to a press release from Congresswoman Delia Ramirez's office published in June 2026, the Board of Immigration Appeals ruled in April 2026 to let ICE start removal proceedings against people with DACA, a decision that guts what protections they had left. That means someone who has renewed their DACA status faithfully for over a decade could still end up facing deportation. The problem also affects way more people than most of us realize. Forward.us, an immigration advocacy organization, estimated in May 2026 that roughly 2.6 million dreamers in this country right now would qualify for citizenship the moment Congress passed something. Even the dreamers who do have DACA are not actually safe long term. Vasquez's law firm explained in an April 2026 article that DACA keeps someone from being deported and lets them hold a job, but it was never designed as a track towards a green card or citizenship. So, even in the best case, dreamers are stuck right where they were over a decade ago. This isn't just about compassion either. It's about our own economy, especially right here in Salinas. A UC Santa Cruz report published in March 2026 found that agriculture accounts for more than 1 in 5 jobs in Monterey County, and close to 3/4 of the people doing that work were born outside the US. Dreamers and their families are woven into that same workforce, keeping the Salinas Valley running as a solid bowl of the world. It pushes people like this into legal limbos instead of citizenship, and we're putting our own community at risk. So how did we get here? This goes back to 2012, and honestly even further. According to the Migration Policy Institute in a report published in June 2022, Congress kept failing to pass the DREAM Act going all the way back to 2001, and President Obama finally used executive action to create DACA in 2012 because lawmakers simply would not vote on a real solution. But an executive action like that was never built to be permanent, and Congress knew it. The American Immigration Council explained in a fact sheet published in November 2025 that lawmakers have reintroduced bills like the DREAM Act and the American Dream and Promise Act again and again, and some versions even try to protect documented dreamers, kids at risk of aging out of legal status entirely. None of it has become law, so really the cause of this problem is over 20 years of Congress kicking this issue down the road. The good news is that the solution here is not complicated. We just need Congress to actually pass something. Right now, there's a bill sitting in the House called the American Dream and Promise Act. The American Immigration Lawyers Association reported in an update from July 2026 that advocates are asking members of Congress to sign a discharge petition a discharge petition, just to force a vote on the bill, because leadership will not bring it to the floor on its own. This is not only something advocacy groups are pushing for either. Senator Mark Kelly said it himself in a press conference in May 2026, covered by the Arizona Mirror, talking about building a permanent pathway to citizenship for dreamers. Kelly said that there's no world where we cannot make this happen. That is a sitting U.S. Senator telling us that it is possible. We just need enough people to demand it. So here is your call to action. If you live in California, like most of us do, we should reach out to our senators. Both of them are in a position to push for a vote on the American Dream and Promise Act. A quick email or phone call to their office actually does make a difference, especially when enough of us do it together. To sum it up, we covered the problem that dreamers almost have no lasting protection, and it just got weaker this year. We covered the cause, that over 20 years of Congress refusing to act while presidents patched the gap with executive orders never meant to last. And we covered the solution, contacting our senators and pushing for the American Dream and Promise Act to finally get a vote. These are kids who grew up pledging allegiance to a flag that technically does not fully claim them back yet. They go to our schools, they work our jobs, some of them even serve in our military. They have done everything right, and the only thing standing between them and full citizenship is a Congress that keeps refusing to vote. It is time we change that, and it starts with each of us speaking up. And that was my speech. Thank you.